Welcome to the Infinite Life with Katische Haberfield. I'd like to take you on a transformative journey, exploring the mysteries of the soul. I hope you enjoy the regression case studies, mediumship interviews, and fascinating discussions that I've had with guests on the podcast. I hope that these answer some of the questions that you might have about life on this planet, on others, and in other dimensions. Thank you for joining me, and please don't forget to like and subscribe, and most importantly, share with your friends. Namaste. Welcome back to the Infinite Life podcast. This is Katische, and this is part 2 of Trudy's Happiest Moments of My Soul sessions. Trudy is the last official client for the podcast season. We do have the 2 review sessions coming up over the next 2 weeks, which, yes, I appreciate they're very long, but if you watch them, the insights are rather mind-blowing, because when you have 2 minds combined looking at a session, you get breakthroughs and insights that even we had both not expected. So I would also like to say that this is now being recorded in 2025 in January. And so I send out well wishes to everybody who is experiencing stress and anxiety at the beginning of another year, trying to set goals and stay grounded when the world is full of fear, and also to all the people experiencing floods and fires and devastation, no matter where you live. I'd just like to remind you that the Archangels are always here for you. And if you sit quietly and for a moment focus in on your heart, you will discover that there is a simple solution, which is stop, breathe, feel the energy in your heart, and then wait maybe a few moments or a day or a week or 2, and the very next thing that you feel a spark in your heart when you're thinking of or trying to make a decision about, that's the direction you need to go. And yes, we can set elaborate goals, but we also need to understand, that's Max saying hello, that it can be overwhelming to be human, and we can have all these spiritual sessions and podcast guidance, but you still have to be human. So please don't be hard on yourself in 2025. Please focus on joy. Please focus on happiness. Please focus on peace and coming back to neutrality in all situations. So neutrality is the balance, the space between the dark and the light. And in neutrality, we feel as though, well, I guess everything's going to be right. And I just wanted to let you know that I have got up now on the website Hypnotherapy with Regression to Present Life Services. So it's under past life regression, and then it's hypnotherapy. And it's not the traditional type of hypnotherapy. This is where we get to the root cause. So I'm not layering anything on top of existing beliefs. We are getting to the bottom of your beliefs. And why have I put that as a separate section? Because I have found, even in my own self-development and spiritual work, that there are things that we need to go to past lives or other incarnations, because all lives are infinite and happening at once. But there are other lifetimes from avatars who are different names than you, and they do need healing and do hold the secrets of things that are blocking you. However, there's also things in your own life that were perhaps last week, last year, last decade, or longer than that ago, that may be holding you hostage, and it's time to let them go. So you can book some sessions, but first what you need to do is apply through my website, because it's a customized service for you. So the process is a little bit emotional, because the work starts as soon as you pick up the pen and write on the paper. Because what we're trying to do is move from your superconscious mind to your subconscious mind to your conscious mind. And sometimes the things that you write on the paper are not the things that will come out in sessions, but these are the underlying root causes of the emotions that you're feeling and expressing, and they impact your thoughts, behaviors, and your actions. So please, if this message resonates with you and you need a little help, then reach out via my website, fill out the application form, and don't forget, my charges are in Australian dollars, not the US dollars. So pretty much it's a great rate for anybody around the world. I used to charge in US dollars, but I decided to charge in my native currency. So please take advantage of the exchange rate and understand that you're investing in your mental health, your emotional health, and your spiritual health, as well as your physical health, when you examine the root causes of your emotions. And now that's all I wanted to say. I want to say thank you very much for supporting the podcast. I'm not sure the direction of the podcast going henceforth. I'm waiting to see. And I don't like the word waiting because it means I'm permanently in a holding position. So and I'm not expecting, and you can see limiting beliefs coming up right here, right now. I'm looking forward, and even that is still in the future, isn't it? I will simply say season 13 and 14 are still accepting applications today. So go on ahead to Katische.com and check it all out. It's under the Infinite Life podcast. And you know if it's for you. Namaste.
Now the angels are stopping. They are bringing the bubble of white light that you are in down, down, down to the surface. The bubble of light is on the surface now. I'm going to count down from 3 to 1. And when you reach 1, you'll be on the other side of the white light, our destination today. 3, moving through the white light. 2, moving through the white light. 1, be on the other side of it now. You are in another place. Look around you. Engage all of your senses. Look with your mind's eye. Feel and know through your energy body. Listen with your spiritual ears. What is your first sensation?
It's dark.
Mm-hmm.
But when I was laid on the picnic blanket, even before the angels came, a white lady has come. Now, I thought she was my higher self, but she's not.
Okay.
All I could say is she's a celestial being. It's the only words I've got to describe her.
Okay.
So then when we were floating with the angels, there was just really building excitement.
Mm-hmm.
And I said to her, I know where I'm going. I know where you're taking me. And she just smiled and she went, yes, heart of my heart, that's where you're going. So I got very excited and I said, is it really? Am I actually going to meet my father? And she said, yes. So I assume this is where I am.
All right. So have a look around. Is she still there? Or has she moved on now?
Really in, like, she's on the edges of where the light and the dark is. She's right on that edge. So I know she's there, but she's just like, yeah, just you do your thing. So
okay, all right. So I want you to look around and engage all of those senses. So there's nothing to be worried about because this is the happiest moments of my soul. So we're looking for sounds, smells, sights, touches, sensations.
Okay, so there are beings here,
Okay.
and I know I'm on another interdimensional plane. This is not a human world or life.
Okay.
I don't know the name of the planet or the universe.
Okay.
I just know it's, well, they're telling me as usual, it's irrelevant.
Yep.
And the really weird thing is, I know people are communicating, but it's not with sound.
No, it's thought, right?
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
So I've just got to, and I know he knows I'm here.
Okay. So just take a moment to take a deep breath and tune into the frequency of the thought.
This makes my head pound.
Yeah, it's making my head pound too, but that's all right. You're doing fine. Just relax into it and know that even though I'm speaking to you, you don't need to use words for a few minutes, just so that you can adjust to receiving the transmission. So I don't need to know for a minute while you adjust. And just allow my voice to become irrelevant. Allow my voice to simply help you relax into adjusting to the frequency. Just relaxing into it. Relaxing in.
Right.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm still in my human form, which is what's weirding me out. And do you remember I told you about the big blue legs?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
This is where we are. We're the people that are very tall and have long blue legs.
Excellent.
So it's just,
Love
I'd
it.
really like to see some faces. It would just be nice.
We might need a ladder or something to climb on up.
I'm assuming so. Someone needs to pick me up. I need something. Okay, there is a pair of legs coming.
Okay, great.
And I'm just going to sit and wait
Good.
because it's very dark.
Okay.
And they obviously don't need lights, so. So the way these beings look, you know, sun catcher crystals, they're really faceted.
Mm-hmm.
They look like they're faceted because the light is very, this is why they don't need lights. But I don't know where they're sparkling from. They are quite iridescent. They're not sparkling, they're iridescent.
Okay.
And their bodies, for want of a better word, are faceted. And this.
So could you put your hands through their body? Are they beings of light or are they solid like us?
Well, that's that map, that their energy. My hand won't go through.
Okay.
Or will it if I push? I don't want to push and be rude.
Okay. I'm sure they
won't mind. I know. Their bodies give, and you know the last one we went, what was it? And I said it was like a force field, but it's not. It's they give and they bend and they wrap. So
okay.
it's like, I want to say like light bending.
Okay. That's a good description. That's a good description.
It's what it feels like. So they're not solid, but when you touch them, they don't feel cold or hard. You just know you're touching them.
Okay. All right. So let's see what happens next.
Okay, so I'm on a nice, okay, I'm on a nice high chair now. So he is not my father. He's sitting down in front of me. Makes my head hurt.
It's okay.
He's going to take me. He's going to take me.
Okay.
Oh, he's smoothing my head for me as well because he says he understands. It's hard for my human head and brain and skull to contain it.
Yeah.
Okay, so where are we going? See, he's walking, I'm floating because just
Okay.
energy
Yep.
is. He's telling me it's a long way away. No, I don't know whether that he's trying to do the concept of distance for me, because for them time and distance, there's just nothing. So wherever we are, we've just opened into, it's so bright. So I don't even know if it's a room, a house, or a temple, or it's just bright, so bright.
Okay.
Where we're going in. Okay. And there's lots of blue people sitting down cross-legged.
Okay.
And then meditating.
Okay.
He's coming. Oh God, this is so exciting. Why is he not here now? Where is he? Okay, he's in another chamber. And they're all looking at me. Why are you all looking at me? Okay, right, I'm going to sit down and join them on my big chair.
And this the dad from your lifetime as Trudy, or a different lifetime?
Different lifetime.
Yeah, that's
although they're showing me being there as a human, so that's the bit that I'm struggling with.
Okay.
But then the last time I met him, when it was just a pair of legs and he did tell me he was my father, I was human and I was in the Akashic, so maybe they thought it would just be easier for me to remain like this.
Yep.
So I just have to wait. There's a corridor and the doors have opened. It's quite a way away, and there's quite a lot of these blue people. I'm going to put genders because their energies is a masculine or a feminine energy. Doesn't necessarily mean they're male or female. They're just they all do something different. So their energies, they're all slightly different because they do different things.
Okay, great.
Some of them carry both of the energy, not many.
Okay.
They're quite separate, but there's the few that are coming through carry the energy that we would associate as masculine and feminine. They are the balance, is what I can hear.
Okay.
And this is okay. So the ones in this chamber hold the individual energy.
Okay.
I don't know how to explain this. But how do I explain this?
You might not need to. It might just become self-evident.
Okay, maybe. So then the people that have come through from this other room chamber hold the balance, is what they're telling me.
Okay.
And my father is one of the ones that hold the balance, which is why they were in another room.
Okay.
Oh, they are walking so slowly. With your big legs, you're walking slowly.
So just relax into it, because it's just your human that is.
Yes, getting too excited, I know.
Just relax into it.
Ah, we go. Okay. And they are, I'm going to say featureless.
Okay.
It's the only way to explain, but not in a scary way. They're just.
No.
And he just wanted to say hello. Okay. So, okay, I don't know where to put it. So he's telling me, as he does this, balance, but I can't see what it is, and that obviously isn't important, which he's giving to me to bring back the balance.
Okay.
And he said, I'll understand it when I need to understand it.
Okay.
So I said, okay. And they're going back. And he says, I can stay a while, but I can't, I'm not, you can't stay too long here
Okay.
because of our human time. We can't. I have to go. Oh, okay, all right. And that's why he's touching his head and he's going, that's why.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'll say goodbye. And I'm going to go back to the lady, the celestial, the
Yes. The being.
and step out of the dark because it's not good to stay there
Okay.
in this.
In your form that you are presently as Trudy.
Yeah, yeah. And she says, I've got to go back to the picnic blanket.
Okay. And then the angels will meet us and we will do that part again.
Okay.
Because you need grounding, obviously.
Mm. So I lay down on the picnic blanket.
All right. Just let Mother Gaia ground you. Feel your body connect with the earth. Allow yourself to drain any excess energy from being in the other dimension into the ground. Where
Just
Mother
take my shoes
Gaia,
off.
yeah, you're right, take your shoes off. But Mother Gaia will use the excess frequencies and the excess energies, and she will redistribute it into earth. So just letting all the thought-based frequency, energy, and that tension drain into Mother Gaia.
And she is saying goodbye.
Oh, goodbye.
Goodbye. She was
All right.
amazing, amazing.
All right. So while we're lying here, just see if you can get really, really relaxed, and we'll see if we can get your higher self to come in for a moment to explain to us why that was the happiest moment of your soul. So just relaxing, allowing the white light to distribute in your body. Allowing yourself to go deeper, down, 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 deeper down into relaxation. Feeling your body completely relax, coming at one with the earth. Feeling yourself become enmeshed in that cocoon of white light again, making you feel soft and floaty.
Well, she says, my higher self says, hello, Katische.
Hello,
It's
how are
good to
you?
see you. I am very well, thank you.
So that was interesting.
Yes.
So that was a lovely gift.
Yes. And I felt it was necessary for Trudy to understand a father's love.
I can understand that.
So we did give her the gift because the father on for this life for Trudy has not been a pleasant experience, as she knew the undertaking, but she needed to remember that there is a father that loves her and sees her.
Okay. So that brings a happiest moment into the present.
It does, because for Trudy, there is always the sense of what if?
Okay.
Could it have been different?
Okay.
So she just needed to be reminded that there is love, and she is loved, and she was loved, and still is.
Yes, of course.
Because you humans with your times.
Yes. And could you explain to us, please, a beautiful being that came to help Trudy? Could you describe her so we can understand her form? Because she brought happiness simply by Trudy seeing her because she was so beautiful.
She is an ancient being, one that we almost forget. She is akin to your gods and goddesses, but she is more. She is everything the universe is, and she is everything that the universe is not. She is the beginning, and she is the end. She's everything.
Wow. So she's like a divine feminine energy in a way, a creation energy.
Yes. Yes, she is.
Okay, wow. And I guess I so this is where, does it help Trudy's soul? Does she like to help explain and educate things to people? That's why we are being shown this being. Do you know what I mean? Because my happiest moments of my soul, which you understand obviously because you possibly have seen them as I was conducting them, likes to educate and inform and discover and be a bit of a researcher in a way. And does Trudy's soul like that as well?
There is a part of Trudy that she refers to it as going down the rabbit hole.
Yes.
And she gets very excited when she finds out that what you humans have decided doesn't exist exists interdimensionally.
Okay.
And it makes her so happy that is another realm out there where the mermaids sing, as she has found out when she has taken many people in their boats across the waters to the Akashic, and the mermaids and the seahorses and the narwhals, they all come and play. So
she does very different Akashic sessions then to the mainstream practitioners.
Very different, and it's the only way. Everything else makes her skin, as she puts it, itch.
Okay.
She takes them and it's their experience. But when she takes them from their human consciousness across the waters, she opens up a new world for them. And
okay.
each time she goes, she also feels and finds something different. And this brings her great joy.
Perfect. I didn't even know she did these sessions. She's very secretive. Or not, or she's not very,
Sometimes.
she's not very social media promoting-ish of these sessions.
Definitely not. Definitely not on the world of social media. It's all word of mouth. And those that find her, or should I say, those that need Trudy, find her.
Okay, perfect.
We have tried to tell her this. And when she tries to put herself into the world of social media, we do put a brick wall in front of her because she knows this isn't how she should do it.
Yeah.
It will happen as it happens and unfolds as it is meant to. Knows this.
Very difficult to describe experiences like that when you put it into human words, isn't it?
Yes, it is difficult. And it then makes the others that are listening to her switch off because she gets very excited. And yes, when she starts talking about mythical beings, she feels the eye roll and is like, clearly not for you.
Right.
So yes, she's just, it unfolds as it is meant to, which frustrates her a lot.
Yeah. Is there anything else that you would like to say before we move on to another moment in time? Is she sufficiently grounded again now to move forth?
She is, yes. She's taken her shoes off and her feet are on the wooden floor, so she's good.
Okay, all right. Well,
good, and I will.
You'll bring in the angels.
Say goodbye.
Thank you very much for your time today.
Bye-bye, Katische.
All right, so Trudy, we're just relaxing and the angels will come and collect you again. So they will wrap you in their arms and they will lift you higher and higher, higher and higher, drifting and floating and relaxing in the angels' arms as they will take you to a moment of your soul to explore the concept of happiness, peace, and joy, something that is very beneficial for you, Trudy. So just relaxing in the knowing that the angels know exactly where to go, drifting and floating. And as you relax in your arms, you go down deeper into relaxation, down deeper, feeling more and more deeply relaxed, deeper and deeper. Now the angels are coming and bringing the bubble of light back down to the surface, to the new moment that they wish you to see and experience. So bringing the bubble of light back down to the surface, down with 3, moving through the white light, with 2, down, and with 1, be there. Allowing yourself a few moments to relax into this new location, allowing yourself to orientate with your spiritual senses, and then allowing yourself to observe it out loud for us.
It brought me back to this lifetime, as I am now, and it's the first time I've met Philip, my husband.
Oh, nice.
So last time they anchored me back to my family, so he's very important, obviously, in this lifetime, but I know him from another lifetime, but they are telling me I'm not ready to know that yet. So they're just reminding me of when we were both 18.
Oh, you met him at 18. Wow. What's happening? Can you just let us relive the scene, okay? Because this is important.
It was my brother's 21st birthday party.
Okay.
And my husband knew my brother because they used to drink together in the local pub.
Okay.
I lived in Thornton Heath. Philip lives in Ashford, by Heathrow Airport, so it's quite a way away from each other. And my brother's girlfriend lived around the corner, so it's and it's just, oh, my brother left home. I say he got kicked out when he was 17.
Okay.
So to see my brother, I was still at school. I used to have to bunk off, and I would go to London where he was doing it. So it was always just snippets of time. We never had brother and sister time. I would go to his place of work because he was an apprentice hairdresser, and talk to him in between. And his girlfriend used to be there, and it was lovely to see him, but it was never enough because there was always something else to do. So it was just so lovely to go to my brother's 21st birthday party because I knew all his friends and they always used to look after us because obviously we were younger than them. And it was just, the music was great. And it didn't matter that I went with my best friend and her boyfriend, and that I only knew my brother and about 4 other people. It was just, we danced all night until I had to go to the hospital with Philip because speaker fell on him. But that was quite funny. I took my
How about
little
we
brother.
just bring it into the moment, Trudy, so that
Yeah.
you're experiencing it, okay? Because we want you to re-experience the happiness. So push your human analytical mind away, because we're going to go back in time and relive the most important moment here so that you can re-experience the happiness. So we're going to see it moment by moment.
So just, I mean, I only said hello to Philip, but it was the joy of the music and the dancing and the freedom, and
So just allow yourself to step fully into the scene. Step fully into the moment. I want you to...
the dancing.
What can you see?
It's pitch black as always, and it's just like flashing lights because that's how we partied. Everything was always dark. The only lights are on are in the kitchen where the alcohol is. And it's just everybody's dancing. My friends have gone in a different direction, but it's safe. It's happy. You can feel the beat of the music through the floor. And it's just so, being, my brother's there. And I know,
sorry.
And I know Philip's going to be, is the one that I'm going to be with. I hardly said 2 words to him all night. I think I asked him to dance, and he went, "Moment of beer." So,
all right, so let's just go fully into the moment so that you can feel the beat of the music and you can feel the energy. Because what I want you to do is let that soak and saturate through you.
and he's dancing with my little brother, because I had to take, my little brother was only 9. I had to take him with me. And obviously I'm worried about him, but Philip's just messing around with him, putting him on his shoulders, and I'm like, oh, somebody else is worrying about him. And that made me feel just, wow, he doesn't even know this little boy. He doesn't know me. And he's automatically just taking that pressure away without him realizing that he's doing that.
Mm-hmm. And how does that make you feel?
That was just like, that relief that I don't have to have eyes in the back of my head all night for 5 minutes. Someone else is looking out for me.
Mm-hmm.
It really felt like he was doing it for me.
Okay.
Which just made me go, oh, he's just amazing. And yeah, he just, He didn't talk to anybody else. Because normally all the blokes talk to my best mate, but no, he didn't even talk to her.
So in this moment, what do you know about him?
I just know, in this moment, I just know that he drinks in the pub with my brother.
Okay.
Because my brother's introduced me to, and it wasn't my brother, it was my brother's girlfriend. She went like, oh, this is Phil. And he drinks in the pub with your brother, but he also knows my sister, she says to me, Jane, my brother's girlfriend. He knows my sister. He works with her. She's the receptionist at the mechanic place he works at. So I was like, oh, right, okay. And then Jane's sister Zaylee was absolutely stunning. And I was like, well, there you go then. That's clearly going to be his hookup. But he didn't look at anybody else all night. And every time I turned round, he was just watching me. And I was like,
so I want you to find a moment where he looks at you.
Just makes me smile.
And now that he's looking at you, what can you know in this moment that he was thinking at that time?
He's just not got eyes for anybody else.
I know, but I want you to tune in. Just tune in. You've just spoken with celestial beings, and so we've been brought to this moment in time because there's a thought transfer that he wants you to know.
He knew he was going to marry me. He knew. When he looked at me, he knew I was going to be his wife.
Does he tell you anything more about that?
No, he's just got this smile on his face. And he says, yeah, he's just like, you'll find out. That's it. That's all they're saying.
Okay, all right. And so is there anything else in this scene that you are directed to look at or be part of?
No, they just wanted me to understand that, because there was a part of me when I saw Philip that I just knew I had to get to know him.
Okay.
But there was also another part of me that was like, you can't do that. It's too forward. You have to wait for him. So, yeah. So,
okay.
So they want me to acknowledge that I did know that, yes, our life was going to be together.
That's lovely.
Yeah, and I'm just now in the room dancing, and just they're putting that distance. He's back in the corner. They're reminding me that from his point of view, when the thought transference was, there's a lot more to this. He is the one that's opened me up to the beginnings of the journey that I eventually went on some 40 odd years later.
Wow.
He was instrumental in that, yeah.
That's very interesting.
I was a good Catholic girl, so obviously you die, you go to heaven, or you go to hell, or you go to purgatory. That's about the sum total of what it was. But when I met Philip, I was opened up to a whole new side of spirituality, a whole side that I didn't even know existed. I mean,
did that make you happy at the time? Yeah.
It confused me a lot, but when I think back on it now, it just, yeah, it really makes me smile. And what they're showing me is I was doing my A-levels, so I was in my last year of doing my A-levels, so I would have been coming up to 16, 18 even. And we went on a school trip to Austria for a week. Now I sleepwalk and I talk in my sleep quite a lot. And I distinctly remember getting out of bed, going to the window, and we were 2 floors up. So I've gone up to the window, opened the window, and I'm having a conversation. And then whilst I'm having the conversation, because we're in a dormitory, one of the girls wakes up and goes, "Trudy, what are you doing?" And I remember looking at her going, "I'm talking to Philip." And she was like, "Go to bed." So I was like, "All right, I've got to go now, Philip." And I remember shutting the window, turning around and getting into bed. But this happened, we were away for about 5 nights. This happened every night. Didn't think anything of it. Came back home. Philip met me at Dover, brought me, they brought me to school. Philip met me at school and brought me home. And then about 2 weeks later, he said, "So are you going to tell me what happened in Austria?" I was like, "Well, it was just a bunch of girls. And we went sightseeing and they taught me how to play solitaire. And, we went, and anything happened at night time?" And I looked at him. He said, "You know what I'm talking about?" And that's when he said, "I came to visit you. You opened the window. Your friend asked you what you were doing." And I was like, so I wasn't dreaming. And then he was like, "No, I came to visit you for the 5 nights that you were away." And that was the beginning of me understanding. It also shook my faith unbelievably that it isn't just we're born, we die, we go to purgatory and then go to heaven. And it just it blew my mind. And then it just expanded, and then all sorts of weird and wonderful things started to happening. And then when family members died, as you know, they came and hang out at mine. So yes.
All right. So I think I'm getting the urge to take you back in time to that trip, just to go to the window so that you can see for yourself how it is that he could appear and talk to you through that window in his spiritual presence, because I think that's also part of the clue of your happiness and starting to understand a bit more about him. So let's take you back in time with the angels, back to Austria, I think you said it was, back to that dorm room, feeling very sleepy, laying down on the bed in the dorm room, going to bed for the night, feeling to your head on the pillow, feeling very tired and comfy, going to sleep. Being in the dream state. And then let me know when you have the awareness that the essence of Phil is outside.
It's tapping on the window. So I'm assuming that's what woke me, because I didn't know that before.
Okay, so be in the moment.
Well, he's on a ladder. But it's what I would refer to as astral traveling. So yeah, but I'm so not scared. I'm just so pleased to see him and have this conversation with him. I don't know what we're talking about. I don't really think it's important. That's important. Just the fact that him being able to astral travel. I don't know whether it's the connection of us together that's made that side of him, because he's always been quite spiritual and he knew those, mediums and things, people like that. But I think us being together has woken that side of him up, because he has to show me that there is more to life than they're showing me a physical church, just a building, and just that whole blind faith. It's there for me to experience. If I can open my mind, I can go wherever. And that's the beginning, that he just literally had to show me an egg, tap, tap, tap away at that for me to be able to get to this point in my life. That's quite profound.
And is there anything else that you know in this moment while he's astral traveling with you?
As I said, we've been in a lifetime before, but they're telling me I'm not ready to know yet. Not yet, they're telling me.
Okay. So there's nothing else that we need to see in this scene where you're communicating with
No, just I'm so pleased to see him. I really did miss him, and I hadn't known him long. Really missed him. And it's nice to remember that I did miss him, because I do take him for granted a lot. So it's nice to remember that.
All right, we'll just soak in that feeling of happiness. And then when you're ready, you can go back into the bed. Walk yourself back into the bed and lie down on that bed. And go back to sleep. And then in the dream state, the angels will come and grab you, or drift and float away to another moment in time that is important for you to see today, or another moment. Allowing yourself to relax.
I'm being shown a meditation that I went on. And on this, we were meeting our guides.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the exact same meditation. And there's lots of angels, which there was before. And this is where I met Saint Germain.
Okay.
So there's obviously a reason why they're showing me this again. Okay. When I met Saint Germain, he had a little satchel.
Okay.
And he took out what I thought was an amethyst raw rock, but it had striations, it had all sorts of weird and wonderfuls in it. And
Okay.
what he's saying to me, which really makes me feel good, is the rock I bought, because then I was on a mission to find, because he handed me this rock and said, this is for you, look after it. Literally a week later, we had a rock and gem fair, and I said, I will find what I'm looking for when I'm here. And he's telling me the rock I found, double thumbs up, is the rock he gave me.
Lovely.
Oh, so that's good to know. And they're reminding me the joy I find in just meditating, just taking myself off. They're reminding me to do this because it brings me joy as of the now. And they're telling me to bring this back and do it more.
Okay, great, perfect.
Oh, they're saying it's time to go.
Okay.
They've all got up and walked off. I love it when they do that. They just get up and go. It's like, yeah, we're done.
Yeah, I know, because I had a million questions and they're like, no, not today. I know I asked too many questions, so there we go. All right, see ya. So I guess somebody else is going to come. Next moment.
Well, I've remained where I am. And I'm just going to enjoy a feeling that they've left behind the most amazing feeling of, I haven't got the words, not bliss, but just purity, just
soak it in. Just sit there until it dissipates. We've got time.
Okay, we'll just let them see what happens there. My Akashic guide, my lion, why are you, is here?
Okay, well, let's just follow him.
Yes, well, just, he just wants to sit.
No, okay, we'll just sit with him.
We'll just sit with him.
Right.
He's like a big pussycat. He probably doesn't like me saying that, but he's just a big soft pussycat. Well, he's going, I think he just wanted to say hi. It's fine. He's going back now.
Okay. Sometimes the happy moments are when people say hello, right? Or beings say hello.
Just when I go to the Akashic, it's
work.
busy for other people.
And
and he does come in, and I know he's always in the background there, just making to help me hold the space. So yeah, it's just wanted a moment where it wasn't work related. It's just
all right. Well, so how about we just extend the invitation for anybody else that wishes to just have a moment to say hello, to pop in and just sit with you.
Oh, there's a big door shut and they've said no.
Oh no, okay.
A big slam door. I'm like, okay.
Okay, all right.
Get the hint, people. Just
Katisha's really not in control of this session, obviously. Step out of my normal work routine. Yep, radio. Trudy's soul is in charge. Sorry. Okay. Well, what's next, Trudy?
Time to go home.
Time to go home. Okay. All right, that's it then. So when you're ready, you can just feel your body get heavier on the chair. And feel your fingers and your toes. And your head against the pillow. And bring your awareness back into the room.
That's funny.